Alright, so this video didn't exactly turn out how I had planned. I'm putting on the Urban Decay primer, and now I'm adding the Tarte Shape Tape Hydrating Foundation and blending it in with my Real Techniques face and body sponge. And then I'm adding the Wet n Wild Incognito foundation, not foundation, but the concealer in Light Honey, and blending it in with my Camo concealer blender from e.l.f. and also using the Pro Filter Fenty Beauty setting powder in Butter to set my entire face after making sure nothing was creased underneath my eyes. Now I'm using the Real Techniques powder brush and applying my bronzer, which is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the original shade. I really love this shade a lot. I have hit pan on this multiple times. This video was supposed to be much longer. As you could see, I was talking through it, but my mic was not working. So unfortunately, I had to change the way I spoke in it. So I'm using the voiceover. Unfortunately, I had a lot to say, but I will say it in another video. This is the ColourPop little highlighter. I'm just adding it to the high points of my face. This is an everyday type of look, not an overwhelming in your face type of look. So as you can see, just on all the high points of my face. Highlighter is used to bring things forward, remember that. As you can see, adding it to the forehead and then rubbing it in with my own fingers. Not making it too extreme. Now I'm adding my Pro Filter Fenty Beauty eyeshadow base and rubbing it all over both lids. It's really important to use an eyeshadow base. And this is by Cocoa Crunch. It's an adorable little palette that they sent me, and I'm really appreciative of it. So that's some great neutral shades in there. And I started off with the one that was a bone color, and it has a little doggy print on it. See, and that one has a little paw print. Super cute palette. Really, really, really enjoyed it. And it had some really nice pigment as well. Came with the little brush that has the sponge on one side and a little brush on the other. I didn't end up using the sponge side, but I did end up using the actual brush side, but I did use the sponge side. Now picking up my Morphe brush that I don't have a name to it, or number for that matter, but I do use it a lot. And I went into another shade that is kind of a nudish warm brown, and I was blending it over my crease, kind of just right above my crease, because I had added the bone color above my crease as well, kind of opening up my eyes. Just adding this, and I do blend it into the front of my brow as well. I really enjoyed doing this look. I loved this palette. This is a Wet n Wild brush that I had never used before. I found these tucked away in one of my compartments, and the whole collection, and could not believe that I had not used these. They're so beautiful. I don't know if it's like their mermaid collection or something. I'm not really sure, but they're really beautiful and super soft. So they made blending super easy. And now I'm taking that darker brown shade. It's almost a cinnamony shade, and taking the same brush and just dusting it underneath my lower lash line. Nothing too dramatic here, and then I flicked it out ever so slightly because I'm going to join it into the corner of the top part of my eyeshadow. I took a fluffier brush to kind of blend everything in there. And now I'm ever so slightly pulling down my lower lid to use my Smashbox eyeliner to line the waterline, then curling lashes and applying my favorite Essence mascara, which is part of the Princess collection, and this is the Curl in Volume 1. I use this quite frequently, and it has never bothered my contact wearing sensitive eyes. And And now I'm grabbed out my Too Faced eyebrow pencil, and I absolutely love this. It is in the shade Soft Black, and boy, it is just perfect. It glides on like butter. It's gorgeous when it goes on, and so easy to work with. I always do the underneath first, then work at the top, and just adding it to fill in where I have sparseness. Then next, using the Busy Gal Brow in black brown to kind of coat the hairs that I actually have there to bring them to life. Doing it to both brows, of course. After this, I wanted to add a little bit of control to my brows, so I added the NYX brow glue to make sure my brows stayed where I wanted them to. Next, I'm grabbing my Mally Beauty light wand, and I add it into the inner corner of my eyes. Don't forget the lips. I'm not lining my lips. I'm using the Makeup Revolution vinyl lip, and in the shade Ballerina on my top lid, and Dollhouse on my lower lip, and then I just rubbed them together. They were absolutely beautiful and felt so good to put on. And now my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dewy Setting Spray, and we're done. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have an amazing day.